Welcome back, everybody, or welcome if you're new. Today we're in the 358 modifieds here at USA. Ran the second fastest lap, so I'm pretty happy about that. Car number 2 as well, with 12 people in this race. Pretty good size field. There was like 23 that registered, so it split us in half. You always give the top split one more person than the bottom if it's an odd number like that. But even with how worn out this track is, fastest way around is right on the bottom. You just have to hit it right. That's the main thing. If you could hit under the slick, it's really fast. That's how the one and I ran our zeros. And I assume the other guy ran his one. You just have to really get under it. Try to get your left tires into that grass, but not your backs. That was not a very good first lap. I really wanted to go outside there just to try to get a run. Did not have a good 3 and 4 either. I went in too shallow there. Hopefully our second lap will be better. That's more where I wanted to be. We ran a 2 still, so that's not awful, but still not great. Because I know that one car is fast. This lap was definitely better, as long as you don't tap that wall. Pretty sure that lap is going to be better. Ran a 2:39, not very much better. I thought it was going to be in the ones, which that's kind of unfortunate it wasn't. I assume the number 1 car is going to end up getting the pole then, because he was really fast in practice with me as well. I kind of messed up too much on my first lap with the run-in. Didn't get low enough in 1 and 2. 3 and 4 kind of slid up a little bit, but second lap ran better, but just didn't have that run-in, so... Still got a couple people left to qualify. We'll see if we can hold this lead. If not, we'll probably be second is my guess, because I think the 1 car will end up getting the pole for me. Alright, well somehow we kept the pole. He ran a 3, which is still a good lap, because it's hard to run here. I saw that he was Division 6 with car number 1, which is crazy. He must be having an amazing season. Because your division goes off your iRating, and they split you up in your divisions by your iRating, and then... you stay that division all season, and then next season it will change if you gained or lost iRating. And he has a higher iRating than I do, which would be in Division 1, and he started out in Division 6 this season, so he's having an incredible season. So I know he's going to be fast. Always love this track. It makes for some good racing, because that bottom gets worn out, the top ends up coming in, but in these cars you can kind of make that bottom still work. So it'll be an interesting race. I think 1 and 2 on the top is going to come in to play a little bit more than 3 and 4. Because 3 and 4, you can really make that bottom work. You just have to not hit that inside wall. But no cautions here. I'm very happy we got the pole since there's no cautions in these races. Because that helps out a good amount, I feel like. Because as long as I don't mess up, but I probably will. If I don't mess up, it's going to be tough to pass, I feel like. Right along the bottom. Because the top side is a little slower. You get a lot of momentum down the straightaways. But you just cut so much of the track going low in these corners. Definitely don't want to be stuck on the outside going into 3 is the main thing. 1 and 2 is not going to be that bad if you do, but 3 and 4 would be worse. These things are like so twitchy when they're at slow speed. I hate it. Them and these and the late models. The sprint cars are so much easier to drive at slow speed, which is hilarious. Pit road is really weird. It's like on the exit of 4 there. It's a real tight turn, so... be able to get a decent start, I feel like, as soon as the pace truck goes in. This thing is so twitchy, I hate it. I'm trying not to run into the 1, but I'm trying to hold right to stay straight. And then it like jerks to the right real quick. But we'll see how good of a race we could have. The main thing of this track, you really just want to try to keep your car not very sideways off the corner. If you can have a straight runoff, you'll be pretty good. Because I let off significantly going into these corners, just to try to... I might let off all the way, I'm not 100% sure. If you guys watch my throttle, you'll see. I don't pay too much attention, I just kind of go off a feel. But I let off a ton, if not all the way, just to try to set the car in the corner and then get it on the gas and get a good runoff. When as soon as the pace truck twitched, try to get all the way down here, not slide up through the slick like they did behind me. Got a pretty good lead off of 2 there. Very happy with that. Yeah, I think I let off like all the way until I know my car is good. But you can see they're running the outside. I'm just like pulling away at the moment. Bottom of 1 and 2 is so thin. It's so thin down there. You really have to get it all the way down to that grass. 3 and 4 gets thin, but you could really just like let off and drive through it. It's not too difficult. But they're running the top back there, and I'm just pulling away. That's the thing about this track. If you could get your tires on the tiny amount of grip coming off these corners, it's very fast. I'm really surprised the one car didn't use more of the bottom when he was in second there. He did the first lap, and he kind of slid up through the slick, and then after that, he just ran the top. And I think a guy's been on the inside these last couple laps. Just more surprised by that than anything, because he was really fast there in practice, and pretty quick in qualifying as well. We got a 2-second lead a couple laps in. That's huge. That's very helpful. My back tire just all in the slick on that corner. That was not a good corner. Still pulled away from them because they're running that high side. But you can see how much of the corner I'm cutting off from them, and it's just pulling me away. If I end up in that grass, though, I'm going to lose a bunch of time because your tire's just spinning that grass really bad. But you really just got to take it slow and steady around this track. With a bigger motored car, the outside would really work. But these cars, they don't get going super fast, and the speed difference isn't a whole bunch. So the bottom's still really fast at this track. But if we were in like the 410s or super late models, even the pro late models, I think, would work more on the top with a really worn out track. 3 and 4, I think I'd still run the bottom, but 1 and 2, I think I'd definitely run the top. Because it's much easier to run that up there and just gain so much speed coming off the corner. Really barely getting my left front on that and just trying to drive off. Doing a decent job of that actually in 1 and 2. That's the harder corner to me. 3 and 4 is a lot easier because there's a little bit more room. I'm just pulling away in 3 and 4 on them if they were in that outside. Already 3.5 second lead. Holy crap. That's kind of crazy. Because 1 and 2, they kind of keep their speed because of the runoff on 1 and 2, and it's a lot harder to keep your speed through there on the bottom. But 3 and 4, I got a good amount of grip down here. As long as I don't hit that wall ever, I should be alright. I gain a few tenths on them, I feel like, in 3 and 4 when they run the outside. Just right when it's in the middle, we were on like the apex of that corner, I let off so I don't get too sideways. I might just start running the outside in 1 and 2 just to keep my momentum up, and it's easier to run. Still running 5s? Wow, I'm surprised by that because that's still a pretty decent time for how worn out this track is. Geez, 1 and 2 is all the way up by the wall, where the actual grip is. You really just got to be careful not hitting this inside wall though, because when it turns, it really turns and it grips. You got to be ready for that. And just have enough speed with the car rolling through the corner. I'm kind of surprised by the one car. I thought that we were going to have a really good battle this race, but he's having a tough race with them back there, it looks like. Might have been just because of the start. I think I just had a really good start and they ended up side by side back there and it really let me pull away. But I'm still pulling away lap by lap right now. So I don't know, I'm just running really well. I love this track. Every time I come here, I love this track. This was the first track I got a win on like the asphalt side of it in the D-class modifieds a long time ago. That was when I like first got into D-class and everything. Okay, there's a wreck car up here somewhere. In the back stretch somewhere. Oh, he's upside down. Middle of the back stretch. RIP. How did that happen? I don't know how the hell that happened though. I've tapped my front left on that wall a couple times in practice, like before the race session. Ooh, the 4 car got second place. It's like a second over third now. He is flying, or they got into each other back there and slowed way up. I think the 4 car is really fast right now because he is gaining on me quite quick. I wonder if they're running the bottom in 1 and 2. I'll probably be able to see if they get closer to me. Because I'm like running the outside just trying to keep my momentum at this point because it's a lot easier to run. And I have a huge lead. I can't see in my mirror. They're just a little too far back for me to see. 3 and 4 is getting pretty thin on the entrance and on exit. Wow. It got really thin real quick. It, like all this stuff generated in at once, it looked like. But we're halfway through this race already. Still have a almost 4-second lead. We're still pulling away on 3rd. 2nd is catching me though, which is concerning. Might have to go back to the bottom. There's the wall. That will fuck you up sometimes. As long as we don't end up with like bad tire damage, which I haven't yet. Every time I've hit that, but you got to be aggressive like that in those corners to be fast. 2nd is catching me quick. They are fucking flying, man. We're ripping that outside too, it looks like. Okay. We might have to just go up here and run the outside now. That seems to be faster at this point. Because the 2nd place car is just flying up on me. And I do not need that in my life. I had such a big lead earlier in this race. Don't want to give that up. We've had a real good run so far. Just got to not smack the outside wall, really. I guess at this point in the race, the bottom's getting worn out enough. This guy's running the top really well, too. He's still catching me. Maybe because I'm letting off in the corner still, and they might not be. I'm not 100% sure. Big bump off 4 there. They're definitely fast, though, to say the least. Almost smacked the wall there off of 2. So I've fallen off with the track for sure. That's one thing to be said. I've definitely fallen off with this track. Damn, he's ripping the wall perfectly. Okay, they're super fast. I need to get more aggressive on the wall. They are really fast up there. I just gotta not hit it. With the modifieds, I'm a little better at getting aggressive on the wall than the late models. Late models, the back end's a little longer. Holy crap, there's a bump off of 4. That's a huge bump off 4. I need to come off lower. That thing shot me straight right, really bad. This person is flying. That is crazy. Need to come off lower because there's that bump off of 4. I miss it there. Really gonna try not to hit the wall. Barely tapped it off of 2 there. Not too bad though. Didn't really scrub the speed at all. They're just freaking flying up here though. Catching me is one thing, passing me is another because you have to throw a slider with me running the outside. But damn, what a run by them to run me down by over 4 seconds. I really want to run the low side in 3 and 4. But this person's just so fast on the wall, I don't want to give him the outside. Might be throwing a slider here. Nope, okay. Thought they might, because it looked like they were looking to the inside for a second. Ran that a little bit better than them on that lap. There they go, it's the inside. They're not going to quite throw a slider though. Okay. Fine by me, they're probably going to do it in 1 and 2. 3 and 4 still fast on the bottom, okay. 1 and 2 I feel like is tough on the bottom compared to the top now. Made it work though, for the most part. Right up on that wall. Yeah, they're making that bottom work. They are really fast on this worn out track. And it's getting super bumpy down the straightaways. There's the slider I was waiting for. Don't run into them. They had a good slider there. I got two sideways. God, it is thin down there now. And they are fast. Oh, they're in the wall. Oh, I didn't get into them somehow. That was nice. I'm surprised I didn't get into them. They got in that wall pretty bad there. That was a good 3 and 4 though. Ooh, hit the grass there. Did not want to do that. He had a good crossover. I hit that grass and got me real sideways. Did not want to turn. Going into 3. Accidentally bumped him there. Did not mean to do that. I tried to go under him. That lost me so much momentum. I kind of just shot them forward. Great race by them. They fucking killed it. That's all I have to say about it. They fucking killed that. Try to have a good 3 and 4, maybe? No, they had a good 3 and 4 and I hit the wall. Great race there, 4. You were fast there.
Good race there, dude. Is that going on YouTube?
Checker flag.
Yeah, I will. That was a good race. Every race I do just goes up there.
That's a great job, fellas.
Man, keep up the work, man. I enjoy watching those, but that was fun, dude. That was a great battle.
I appreciate it. You were flying there, though, once the track got worn out. I don't know how the hell you were ripping the top that well. I was trying, and I couldn't do it as well as you.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I enjoy, I guess. So that was fun. That was a nice, clean battle.
Yeah, going into that last lap, I tried to go under you, and I bumped you, and it lost me all my momentum, which sucked, but good race. That was a great race, man.
Yeah, that was really fun. That was probably one of the best races I've ever had. So
He was
I
fucking
appreciate it.
flying, dude. Like, he caught me from, like, over 4 seconds back. He was just hitting that wall perfectly. Like, not actually hitting it. He hit it once he got by me, and I missed him, luckily. But that was a great battle there at the end. I can't be mad at that. I just wasn't good enough. I had over a 4-second lead, and he caught me. So, he definitely was the fastest car by far. I was better when the track wasn't as worn out, and he was better on the worn out track. And that's got... I love this track because it gets so bumpy down the straightaways. When it gets worn out, it gives it a lot of character. You really still have to drive it on the straightaways. At least the front stretch more than the back stretch. Back stretch doesn't get too bumpy. He goes low there. I thought he was going to throw a slider. He didn't. But he was just killing it, man. Like, he was getting good runs off of both ends. If I hit that bump in 3 and 4, it really killed me, though. Coming off of 4, at least. Because that shot me out into the wall one time. It, like, catches you off guard, and it gets your car up in the air for a slight second. I think he throws a slider in the next lap on turn 1. Because you do have a ton of momentum down the straightaway on that high side. But he was able to run that bottom perfectly. He had a really good slider there. My slider was not as good as his. He didn't hit the grass as much. And I had to go back down under in the slick. Didn't quite work out. Wanted to stay low in 3 and 4, but I didn't realize how thin it got down here. And he had a really good 3 and 4 as well. He hit that bump more than I did in 4, but he was able to control it more. He hit the wall here. And I barely stayed out of him. I'm happy I stayed out of him because it might have just wrecked us both. I got out of the gas just a little bit. What a great race, though. That was a lot of fun. I had a good 3 and 4 here. He had a slow entrance to 3. Had a good exit still. But I think I actually led this lap as well. Yeah, I led that lap. If that was the last lap, that would have been a hell of a race. I hit the grass too much there, and it bumped my car up too much. About smacked the wall. I thought I was going to. He didn't go as much through the slick as I did for the crossover, so he had more speed. I think he just had a really good 3 and 4 here as well. Yeah, I went to go cross him over here, and I bumped his bumper. Oh, there's netcode there. Damn it. That's so unfortunate. There's a little bit of net code. Right there is where I bumped him, apparently. And I think I had room to cross him over. And when I bumped him, it just lost all my momentum. Because what's the speed like? Yeah, I lost like 3 miles an hour as soon as I bumped him. Because I didn't want to wreck him. But I thought I was going to get enough momentum to go back under him. Try to throw a slider in 1 and 2. And that was going to be a lot closer of a race. But great race by him. He was flying. Where did he start? He started in 7th? Holy crap, you were flying in that race. Yeah, he started way the hell back here. And just lap by lap, he worked his way up. I think once the track got more worn out, he was just fast as hell. He moved up. Still in 7th at this point. Up a spot there. Got past the 3. And it looked like they were really battling up here. I'm surprised that I got such a big lead. He was just fucking flying, man. That was awesome. And what happened to the one guy that ended up upside down on the backstretch? What happened to you, my dude? Because which car is it? Number 9 in the middle of these guys. Flips to 12 barely. No harm, no foul. The next lap by on the backstretch, I believe. I want to know what happened. Goes real high into 3. About hit the wall. That bump wasn't that bad early in the race off of 4. It got really bad, though, later in the race, which is crazy. Throws a slider. Slams the wall. That's almost what I did, though. But he didn't get off the wall very quick, and then he just hits the wall again off the corner. Okay, that's all that happened. He just slammed the wall after his slider and didn't get off of it very quickly. But great race by the 4. He freaking was flying there, because what was his laps like? 23, 6, 5, 8, 7, 5. A lot of 7s, very consistent. And then once it started getting to the 24s, he was just faster than I was. I was running 3s, 2s, 1s. Yeah, he was a lot faster than I was. So, great race there. That was a lot of fun. Finishing 2nd, being car number 2, still going to gain some iRating though. 4 cars going to gain a good amount, finishing 1st out of 12 drivers. So we're definitely going to hit 4,200 iRating, which is awesome. So let's go see what we end up getting out of this one. All right, results are in. Strength of field was 23.53, pretty good strength of field. I had the fastest lap, but that was right in the beginning when the track was not as worn in. So I was definitely quick on not a worn out track. Once the track got worn out, the 4 was fucking flying, man. Like, he had his fastest lap 7, and that's on the top. He was running the outside because he was just flying there. Very good race overall. Not too many incidents, really. Only between the 9, which was himself. I don't know what happens to the 11. He probably smacked the wall, too, if nobody else got any X's. So 4 car gained 65. Nice race. He's gaining a lot of iRating. We got over 4,200. I'm very happy about that. We might be at our peak for what I've had on iRating before. I'm not 100% sure, but that was a great race. We never even hit each other besides me tapping him on the front stretch. So we didn't get any X's. Great race. I had a huge lead in the beginning. I can't believe I lost that because I thought after lap 10, where I had like over a 4-second lead, it was going to be really hard to catch me and pass me, but he fucking did it. That was great. He led 3 of those laps. One of them I led back when I was on the low side of him, but he caught me within those last 4 laps and got by me. So that was a great race. I can't even be mad about that. I love great racing like that. I'd rather that have happened than me have won by 4 seconds, and it wouldn't have been as exciting. But I need to learn a little bit more running the outside because I thought the bottom was going to work out for most of that race, but it really got thin down there, and the outside just kept so much momentum there, and that was a lot of fun. That bump coming off of 4 is very tricky. Be careful with that if you guys run this and it gets so worn out like that. Coming off of 4, you want to be a little bit lower than on the wall because that one time where I hit that wrong, it put me right into the wall for a second. It slowed me down a little bit, so that's a little bit tricky, but this track has a lot of character. Always love USA. Great racing there by the 4. That was a lot of fun, but great race overall. Wasn't really any wrecks, so that was a lot of fun. Appreciate you guys for watching as always. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the race. I did, even though I finished 2nd. I'm not even mad about it. That was a great race. So like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see some more racing, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.